Yo, this is going to be a rant, but I want to talk about this particular subject. But first things first, I do this for me, for venting purposes. And if you don't like it, please get the fuck off my channel. I'm not looking for any praise, no accolades. Now, back to the subject at hand. I want to talk about ungrateful people. And I know I made a video about this a long time ago, but I'm going to talk about it again. Because, like I said before, this is my channel. If you don't like it, get the fuck on. But I'm going to talk about ungrateful people. I've heard some testimonies. I've heard some people talking about how they help certain individuals out. And then the next thing you know, the people that they helped out, they either backstabbed them or never give them any props or praises, whatever. Not so much praise, but give them like respects and props and all that stuff. Um, you know, I've I'm a witness to it, and also I've been through it as well. And I'm gonna give you one good example. And a lot of people don't know this, but the late great movie star and martial arts philosopher Bruce Lee, of course, he had his own martial arts style called, well, actually two styles called Jun Fang Kung Fu and Jeet Kune Do. But during his time, he had a student by the name of Joe Louis. Now, Joe Louis was a well-known white kickboxer in America. Now, during Bruce Lee's time, Bruce Lee was giving Joe Louis, the white kickboxer Joe Louis, a few pointers, some few techniques, to better his striking game and all that stuff. And eventually, it paid off. But here's the fucked up part. Did you know that Joe Louis, the white kickboxer, Joe Louis, the national champion of kickboxing, karate kickboxing, did you know he had the nerve and the audacity to give props and praises to another martial arts master instead of giving the proper praise and accolades to Bruce Lee? They said that Bruce Lee was very upset. He was offended because Bruce Lee took time out of his day to teach Joe Louis a few techniques, some few pointers and all that stuff. And then Joe Louis didn't have the common decency to give proper respects when it's due. You get what I'm saying? It's like that is so fucked up. That's why a lot of people don't want to help out other people nowadays, man, because of situations like that. And I'm gonna be real with you. Even I was unaware of what transpired between Joe Louis and Bruce Lee. I didn't know Bruce Lee taught Joe Louis some few pointers a few techniques when it came to fighting and all that stuff. I didn't know that. But what kind of made me mad was how Joe Louis didn't give Bruce Lee the proper accolades, the proper praise when it came to teaching him those techniques. Instead of giving Bruce Lee the praise, he gave the praise to some other martial arts master. Ain't that a bitch? See, now I understand why people are the way how they are. Because, in my honest opinion, a lot of people got burned by others who they loved and trusted. You know what I'm saying? And I can understand that too, because even I got burned by the people that I've trusted. You know what I'm saying? Even I got burned by the people that I was cool with. It is what it is, man. It is what the fuck it is. But I'm just giving you an example of ungrateful people. Yeah, but that's all I gotta say about that, man. That's all I gotta say. But like I said before, I understand, what other people go through as far as getting burned by other people that you loved and trusted or you was cool with, and you wouldn't mind helping out just because they needed help, for the most part, you're not looking for nothing in return. You just want to help that person out. But I understand the feeling that it grinds your gears that they don't give you the proper things. They don't give you things at all. They would rather, give somebody else the praise and just discard you like you ain't shit, That's what I don't like. And you know what pisses me off the most? Some people have the nerve of the audacity to ask you for help again, even though they know good and goddamn well that they burned you the first time. But have the nerve and the audacity to ask you for help again, like that's bullshit. Like you already did me wrong the first time. Why would I come back and get burned the second time by you? What's that old saying? Fool me once, shame on you. But fool me twice, shame on me. Plain and simple. Can't be fooled again. Fuck that bullshit. But that's all I gotta say about that, man. Shit, that's all I gotta say. So yeah, man. So thank you so much and have a good day.